Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's round one. Well, technically, it's round five now, but round one of today of two. And we're going to be watching Slaughterhouse Esports and Banditos. My name is Plague. I'll be your color commentator for today, and my action caster is.
Hey guys, I'm the Shoveler. I'm excited to be here. Yeah, we got SH versus Banditos. It's gonna be a really good one to watch here, especially with
Mhm.
this new update that rolled out last week. There's gonna be some exciting changes to see here. What have you seen so far, Plague?
Well, let's. Hmm. A lot of changes, right? A lot of our players are not ready for this new update, right? It adds so much utility, and just a lot of our players are just not ready for that. They were not expecting this change. I know I wasn't. Whenever it happened, I was blown away. So a lot of the players who haven't, taken the time to really study the mechanics of what changed, that's we got to be watching that. That's what's going to change.
Exactly, especially with the new expanded numbers for the utilities, especially on defenders. It
Hmm.
leads to attackers having to be a lot more careful just because there's a lot more mollies out there, a lot more barbed wire.
Yes. Oh,
What?
I think they're hopping into their match.
Yeah.
You can go ahead and just hop right into that start up. I do want to say this, so best 12, but Slaughterhouse is currently 3-1, 3 wins, 1 loss, and Banditos is at a very nice number of 3 wins and 1 tie. So they are in the lead
It
of
looks like we have
Slaughterhouse.
maybe some technical difficulties here.
I'm getting that as well. The entire Banditos team is not spawned in. And we are relogging this one. I think, yes, we are just going to run that back. Yeah, let's talk a little bit more about these teams. The layout and the players. For Slaughterhouse, we have Mackie, Executioner, JXO, Josh, and Volps. And for Banditos, we have Smit, Omerta, Mace, Death, and Roadrunner. I have not seen Banditos play. Personally, my eyes, I've seen them scrim and I've seen them go out to do the games. I have not seen them play. So this is going to be fresh for my eyes.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that too. I know SH has got some veteran players from the first season that was done back in August and September. So should be able to see some very nice experienced players there. But Banditos is fresh. They're going to be definitely a team to watch, doing so well in these qualifiers so far.
They like definitely are doing great. They have a score of 7, while Slaughterhouse only has a score of 6. That's 1 point difference. Not very much, but that could be the difference between getting into qualifiers and remaining in DPL rivals.
So Plague,
I
remind me, how does this qualifier system work? Is it what teams would be going forward to the top division, and what would be staying in DPL rivals, which would be our lower team?
So the people who score well enough, right, who win enough games. So I believe what we have determined is if you win 4 games, you are determined. You are 100% making into upper league. So with our teams that do have 3 wins currently, they have a much higher chance of getting into our into the DPL. So if you have less wins, maybe a little bit more losses or ties, you might not have a big enough chance to get in. Oh my goodness.
So it means there might be a lot of pressure on this match, given that both teams have 3 wins here.
Mhm. Mhm. Like these teams, if they both tie, I believe they both will be going into the upper league. I don't know if that's factual though.
All right, still trying to get our game running back here. Sorry
Mhm.
for the delay.
Absolutely.
Should be any
We
moment.
I'm trying to see, all of the coordination. There's a bunch of coordinating that's going on right now behind the scenes, and so we're trying to get that all worked out. I don't know exactly what happened last round when we were trying to get in. Yes.
Looks like maybe some mix up with maybe some members on Banditos. Maybe had a bugged launch there, maybe possibly.
Okay, I
But
think they're starting now.
Oh,
Yes,
yep.
they are. Lovely. Let me hop into this game. We can go ahead and get started. Once again, Banditos versus Slaughterhouse. Slaughterhouse will be starting on the attack, while Banditos will be on the defense. Especially with this new utility update, defense is going to change.
Oh,
Majorly.
100%. I've already seen
Majorly.
some in the previous game I casted over yesterday, which was the Gek and Momentum. Definitely
Hmm.
saw a very big change when it came to C-store maps with Storefront.
Yeah.
You can really have really tough entries there, depending if you decide to go through Storefront with that wall with the wall charge.
Hmm.
When you get just caught behind Somali spam and you don't have good sightlines, it could really be a detriment and a big time waster.
Absolutely. And we are in our forced map. Our first map is a kill house map. This is enemy Neptune. It does have a vault. So the main point of contention will not be the vault itself, but instead the button which opens vault, which is located in backstage. And there's a lot of direct routes straight into backstage. I don't know if you're seeing this, but ooh, look at this green door over here. That's really weird. Just windows to get in and a free green door into reception. Then they can work their way into backstage through these windows right here. It's in the, like a little cubby right in between backstage and reception. It has a green door, white door, and windows. Another way that they can get in is through the red door in kitchen, which is the opposite side of the map. Burst through there, in quickly through that green door, and they're into club, which is adjacent to backstage. A lot of, quick routes onto the button. And then, in my opinion, comes the hard part. They're at the top of the map, they have to get to the bottom of the map. So that's going to be really difficult. I think our attackers will be using just a simple eco this round, not going to waste any charges, because this map might be really, really difficult for them to breach and get onto, especially with reception being at the top right and all of the defenders sitting in backstage hallway club, that big centralized room, and just going to wall bang all of the attackers as soon as they enter.
All right, let's get into it. Slaughterhouse will be approaching that reception entry. Anything else looks like to be a difficult approach here. Uh, Banditos watching for maybe a wall charge there. Uh, Bunching into reception, some flashbangs go out. They're checking out. No opposition yet so far. They're moving their way onto the button there. Omerta waiting with the Gruber there. Amali goes out to slow their approach here. They've caught on that they're in backstage now. Some wall banks going out. Not going to really find a little bit of damage actually on the Slaughterhouse. Lots of shots going out here. Damage on both sides, but no kills yet. Just waiting for that Molly to go down for action to go on, but it looks like it's just going to be more spam with that Molly. Flash goes out, moving on to the button. Omerta goes down from Mackie Moose. Bunching their way back to the vault to recover this approach here. So vault is now opening. It will block off. Actually, it's not going to actually have any sort of blockage here for hallways or anything. So that's kind of nice for the attackers here. Moving their way in the south hallway into kitchen. Death waiting there with another Molly, going to slow that approach. Time is winding down with 49 seconds left. Gonna need to make a play pretty soon here. Some wall bangs going out. Not gonna find anybody. Slowing it down. Time is running out. That Molly goes out. They're gonna try to make a push through office here to get to Mace in the vault. He's waiting with a shotgun. Time is dwindling down slowly. Some flashbangs go out. No one's going down yet. Shots are going out with Smith on that tack. Punching in. Oh, a mini Slaughterhouse go down with that push, but they're on the bomb now, moving in. Shots go out. Smoke goes out. It's now just down to JXO. Holding it own. Death and Roadrunner locking down that bomb. There's not enough time left. JXO is going to try to make an attempt here, but it's not going to be enough.
Wow, they really locked down that button. It's such a bottleneck in reception that they couldn't push fast enough. Defenders did a great job holding down with their Molotovs and barbed wire.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier with the new amount of mollies. You're definitely gonna have to be wary of your time now, especially with how much time that could just tick away. Maybe even have to get more brave just pushing through those mollies at some points.
And as well as I noticed something. I mentioned that will be a lot of wall banging. I'm gonna be real. I didn't think it'd be that much wall banging.
I know. Just a lot of ammo just being sprayed into those walls, catching a little bit of damage off. I bet they were hoping to get someone down with that, but unfortunately, with how many walls and how spread out that map was, it was just difficult to really lay in some damage on both sides.
hmm Our next map we will be going to is Caged Mantis, our factory map.
Oof, what a name!
Caged Mantis. That's a really cool name. I really enjoy the name creation of this game, but that one's really good.
Watch out for the DPL comic book Caged Mantis Hidden Shelves.
Caged Mantis coming 2021.
Exactly.
So last round, they just straight ecoed. They did use one frag on that barbed wire. They didn't bring a second one, so we can assume they still have one frag in all of their charges. In my book, this is a textbook charge. Specifically where, that's the hard part. Both this first map and this factory have been really hard locations to charge into. Docks will get you onto bomb site, onto generators more like, but there's so many different angles. There could be 1 to 2 people sitting down here in shelving, which could just run up and just take down the attackers, as well as 1 or 2 people in the right side off docks. That could just really pincer the attackers if they decide to come through docks. So I think docks, it's not going to happen. Fan, you can get some interesting sightlines right on the bomb, but it does get you onto shelving. Other than that, I'm not really seeing the advantage of going fan. I think this might be a second eco play, saving their charges for round 3. I haven't seen many full charge saves for the third round. I hope we get to see one this game.
Yeah, and here we see a lot of long range weapons coming out for defenders here. Same with the attackers. You see a lot of that on many of these factory maps. It looks like they're
hmm
going for that same little eco push. Maybe actually going for a fan and toxic push here. Omerta waiting with that auto shotty to deliver some heavy punishment should that push come into toxic. Just waiting their time, seeing what they're gonna do here.
Mace has that mop looking onto fan.
Yep. There it goes. Boom. Launch it into Mackie Moose. He goes down. Wolf's and Executioner going in. Smokes go out, covering the escape. Lights go down. Emerda sitting in servers. He lays into Volps, taking him down. Executioner and JXO. Oh, another victim for the auto shot, but they actually trade there. Actually, no, Josh picks up the kill on Omerta. Smoke clears. It's now down to just Josh here. See what he can do on Roadrunner, Death, and Smith, making and Mace as well. It's going to be pretty difficult to push here. Mace holding that sight line on the toxic there. Josh trying
Josh,
to make a decision what to do here.
he is so low on health, maybe 1 to 5 HP
Oh
right
yeah,
now. So
this is
low.
gonna honestly a miracle. Gonna
That
pick
is
up the
true.
auto shotty. That's gonna be real tough. I think they're just gonna keep it for next round, and I think that's the
hmm
smart play here.
Absolutely. I wonder if Mackie Moose has the clacker on him. I wonder who had the clacker. Because if Mackie did have the clacker, he could attempt to go run and grab it, but I think they did lose one of their clackers. Of course, they did use a charge, and they do have one clacker and both charges for next round, though.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they did go. Oh, they did push that fan. So yeah, definitely Clacker was used. I think Mackie Moose maybe he went down with it when Mace knocked him down with that mop.
And wow,
Which was a fantastic shot all the way from conveyors. Even
it
they even
was.
drew that shot on the map there. You can
hmm
see it right there. Just called out. Real rough
Beautiful
start
mop
there for
shot.
Slaughterhouse.
Yeah, and that was a complete lockout from our defenders. Banditos is doing a great job just holding I was about to say status quo, Slaughterhouse at bay, not letting them in, not letting them even get a foot in the door before shots are fired.
Yeah, real solid defender play here from Banditos. Let's see if they can hold that going into round 3 here. Uh, but Slaughterhouse does still have many of their charges left, so let's maybe look for a push into a red door followed by a wall charge to mix it up a little bit. I'm sure Banditos is on the lookout for that, given how many charges they have
Mhm.
left.
This is where it gets interesting. I don't know if you noticed, but I have seen a lot of barbed wire being placed. So I think Banditos is running a little dry. Maybe one or two left, potentially none. I don't think Banditos would do that though, but it could have happened. Let's give them benefit of doubt. Let's say they have one or two. Oh, mercy. Look at this store front. So I'm already thinking they rush storefront, pop a smoke there. That's a ninja diffuse. Just rush diffuse that. Or, and I think this could be really, really fun to watch, arcade into tellers, using both charges one after another to get into tellers to open up shutters and let the rest of their team in.
Yeah,
Uh,
that teller's play will be a little difficult though, because they only have one alley to really place that wall charge on. So maybe
they
they'll be looking
do.
for it.
They do. It's a really, really tight position, but I think these arcade machines will give them just enough space to place it. If it can't, they can always they can, run through the screen door up here, then do that one, but why would they charge then? Why wouldn't they just go full green into tellers? So I'm revising my plan. I'm thinking about
Okay.
different things right now. Here's
Okay.
here's what I'm brewing right now. Freezer is right here. Teller
Hmm.
is right here. They're both going to have interesting sight lines on the bomb. So what if they charge, do it like a door charge down here? That will give them the sight lines and then do a wall charge right here. That will give them the full area to peek on the bomb, peek on the site, and take as much damage as they can to try to get this last victory.
Ooh, was that a wasted molly there?
It was. I did notice
That's
that.
unfortunate. Yeah, I
None
think
of.
maybe that south push. It looks like maybe they're
Mhm,
going for that western charge into storefront. But we
I
are going to
think
see a
so.
lot of smokes going out, opening that
Mhm.
shed door to maybe add a little bit of confusion to the Banditos. That's a pretty standard play. I'm sure Banditos is maybe accounting for that. They did move a little bit just to peek it, just to see what's going on, but it's merely just a little bit of mind games here. Oh no! The cracker from Roadrunner into Mackie Moose! Oh, it's a disaster!
They've already lost
Oh,
a great player.
moving in. It's a total disaster as Slaughterhouse just tries to get it together. This absolute murder of a defense from Banditos here. Molly's go out. It's just Executioner and JXO left. This is a terrible, terrible start for Slaughterhouse here. Trying to make a play on the bomb. They're smoked out over there. Smith waiting in freezer. Roadrunner there still holding that clacker. Upset about that. They got a shotty though. Let's see what he can do. Taking a few shots there, JXO making a few shots. Teller's locked down by Omerta with a shotgun. He actually gets picked off by Executioner. Roadrunner and JXO just playing a little hidey hole, but Roadrunner ultimately wins that fight. Oh my goodness, Plague. That was disgusting.
I haven't seen a clacker kill in so long. It's rare moments like this that make me love due process. Being able to steal the clacker and use it against them. Brilliant. Brilliant and great job,
Absolute
Banditos.
brilliance. Very heads up there. Expecting that push on. Did they actually take a wall charge as well? Did they have a charge with them to set
That's
that
what
up?
killed Mackie.
Oh, I see. Wow. What?
He was holding the wall charge and blew it up on himself.
Gotcha. Mackie was holding it in his hands and it blew up. Wow. Just spamming that clacker, hoping to catch someone moving up that western entrance. I think they were originally hoping for a dual push into storefront there using both charges, but
Mhm.
fortunately for Mackie, did not work out.
After that, we switch sides. Back on enemy Neptune, this is our kill house map. Banditos is now attacking. We've seen a fantastic defender set from them. I want to see how they do on attack. Of course, they are one of our best teams right now, going 3 wins, 1 tie. But does that mean they're good at attacking? We're gonna see here. As last time we saw a huge bottleneck in between backstage and reception. I wonder how Banditos is going to play around that. Maybe even using a charge first, using a charge on this first round to get into club potentially. But I'm not really seeing that. I think they're going to charge down here on this office red door. I have seen, I'm looking at this line work here, and that's what it's illustrating. 2-3 split, 3 going through reception to backstage to grab that button, while 2 is going through office to catch the rotation. This is a pincer to watch.
For sure. Let's hope they can execute here, because if
Mm-hmm.
so, this will just be honestly a little demoralizing here for Slaughterhouse. I
Yeah.
hope they can pull it together and get a win here to get on the board. But so far, Banditos has just been relentless. Gonna be making a push into office and into reception. They're gonna be setting up here. Gonna peek into reception. Of course, being a defender there, they're gonna blow it early. And a molly goes out, probably trying to waste their mollies to save them some time now before they actually make their push. Moving in, Death, Roadrunner, and Smith taking the top approach onto that button. We got JXO and Josh waiting. Omerta making a couple pop shots into office, not going to find anybody. JXO waiting for that, just a little bit of peek. Flashes go out. Josh making around with that grouper. He's going to take out Roadrunner, JXO, and Josh taking out Death and Roadrunner, but he gets taken down by Smith with a very calm shotgun. Volp's going down to Mace with the shotgun, sneaking around actually, using the cover to really get a good angle on Volts there. Now it's just down to Mackie Moose, Executioner, and JXO. They're very far split apart. Omerta and Mace were left. Mace goes down. It's just now down to Omerta. He's probably just going to keep that clacker for the next round. Wow, what a great defense here from Slaughterhouse, getting on the
Mm-hmm.
board there.
Volps actually did not see Mace coming. Mace was able to get in after he threw the Molotov. Or before he moved. Before, after? I don't know. He was in, and then the Molotov was thrown. Whatever correct grammar that is, Volps didn't see him. He was able to slowly walk through that barbed wire and was able to take down Volps. Omerta is left alone to save.
Yeah, definitely going to be a save round here, and the bomb is going to go off most likely. Maybe just trying to get a few little picks here, see what they can do. Maybe cost some defenders a little bit of their utility here with their guns and whatever they got. They're out of any sort of utility, so maybe just trying to catch a freebie here. Probably not gonna, as Slaughterhouse makes the safe play and stays far away from that dangerous red door.
Something I've noticed. I
Mhm.
think we've only seen 2 Molotovs and 3 barbed wire, which I think if you segment out the new utility count, that is just enough for that round. 3 barbed wire, 2 Molotovs. I think there are 6 Molotovs and 9 barbed wire. And so Slaughterhouse is really conserving. They're making sure they're using just the necessary amount per round. So I think if they keep this up, they're going to able to segment their barbed wire evenly across each 3 of these rounds in this first set.
I think you're right. Well, let's hope to see what they do here as we are moving to factory, I believe.
Factory. This was brutal.
Yes.
Banditos did such a good job. The early slap on Mackie when he was going to fan, and then just the knockout. They were able to fully lock out Slaughterhouse from barely getting in. I don't even think they made it through servers before they were stopped.
I don't think they did either. It was just a really relentless defense there from
Mm-hmm.
Banditos. But now they're on the attack, so let's see what they can do here. What do you think is going to happen on Caged Mantis?
Caged Mantis. I think we're going to see them go through Green Door. I really do. Just because it is such a safe location. All locations are not safe. Yes, I get that. But I think this is going to be the most safe room. I think our defenders are just going to play the back of shelving and docks. Kind of a really laid back play, just waiting for Banditos to attack. Alternatively, we could see them play really close quarters with shotguns. I don't think that's their style, though. Both of these teams have really good shooters. They're really good at this game. They know it like the back of their hand. So this comes down to is the planning. And the planning on this one potentially could be the wall charge. I'm seeing some line work right here. It could be a wall charge, and I think they're going to do it. Just because the wall charge on the C-Store is really hard to take. It's fun, Don't get me wrong, especially if you have smoke bombs, but I think they're going to use their wall charge in this one, save their door charge for the last round.
I agree. I think Slaughterhouse really needs to watch out for a couple bombs flying through their windows there. Definitely
Hmm.
looks like a play that Banditos is going to make use of. Going to be pushing on the Toxis here. They do have a little bit of line work approaching that fan, but I don't believe they're going to go for it. They're going to probably very slow play this intro into Factory. Mayor's setting it up. Actually, still they have a wall charge there. Mace
They
making
do.
their way in. Servers waiting there. Volps with the AK, making a few shots, not going to connect with anybody. They know that they are there. Roadrunner with a flash out, not going to catch anybody. Waiting in the backline is Josh with the, I believe that's a shotgun. JXO with the, oh, the wall charge does go off. Smoke goes out. Mace takes it to the face. See, Omerta waiting to maybe make a play in that bomb. Another smoke goes out, just hiding in the smoke. They've made a little bit of play. Death goes down to JXO. JXO with a 2K. Roadrunner all alone on the bomb there. Smith trying to make a way around. Roadrunner goes down to Slaughterhouse's defense here. Smith just waiting their time, maybe going to hold on to what they got this time. If Smith
Hmm.
was to make a push here, very very difficult. Most of the defenders are full health, save for like I believe it's JXO. He's got a few hits on
Hmm.
themselves. Wow, what a round! Oh, an easy
Oh!
pickoff. That's just insult to injury, with
Wow.
Mackie Moose making a quick mop onto Smith. And now we see actually they're picking up both sniper rifles.
Yes,
I'm
they
not sure
are.
how how much that's gonna help them on this very close storefront that we're about to go into
Hmm.
on C store. So we'll see what they do here.
So that was another lockout round. Especially they did use the wall charge, and I so desperately wanted it to work, but it didn't quite pan out how they were hoping. Smith was outside of the map. I think he was going to throw maybe a smoke or a frag into the map itself. I don't think that was the smart, just because they lost a player. They're down a player already. I think if Smith was with them, they might have been able to progress and attack harder.
Yeah, that might have been something to consider there, but now they move on to Juno Trident. And what do you see here play? What do you think we're gonna see different here?
Just like I said, I don't think, you know, of course, last time, right, they had the wall charge. If they were to use it on this one, it's hard. They have this. We saw Banditos sitting, in Tellers, that cheeky arcade area, and Freezer, and it was just a complete lockout. They got all the necessary angles onto Slaughterhouse that they needed, and they ultimately won for that. So I hope Banditos will be able to attack efficiently and effectively, potentially onto one of these red doors. Which one? It looks like Shed. Just because they can pass by power if they want. They haven't brought NVGs yet, so they can grab them just to add a secondary force into storage. They get the power, and it's dark. That's just bad for the people who don't have NVGs. And then they're going to head into Tellers, knock out that shutters, get them up, and let the rest of the team in. How many people? I can't tell you. I hope they only position maybe one or two. Two's really pushing it, especially on this close storefront map. Slaughterhouse is doing a great job on their defense so far, but I don't want to say it just yet, but these maps might be a little more defender sided. And I hate it when people do that. These maps are attacker sided or defender sided. But to be fair, every round that's been won so far has been defender.
Absolutely, a total clinic on how to defend and due process is what we've seen so far. They are going to have both those snipers there, just hanging out in the storefront, peeking that entrance into Shed. I don't think they're expecting a approach into storefront. They do hear a little bit of footsteps there, making them a little bit of nerves from Smith. Uh, they have set up. They have not placed their wall charge yet, so I think they're still deciding what they're going to do.
I think the
Maybe
reason
playing.
behind that is Volps has a chart has a clacker.
Oh, that's you're right. They do. A clacker and an auto shotty. That's gonna make a very scary play into Shed
Hmm.
there, and that's why they're slow walking, going around. Maybe gonna go for an office push here, just to play it safe, and maybe move it around a little bit. So far, no action. A couple little shots into storefront. Those are locked down. Oh, there goes the wall charge into storefront.
Now that's
Death
just the
into.
door charge. They can't get in.
Oh, that was just the door charge. Death and Smith. Everybody going into office now. Holding down storefront. Shots go out. Death goes down to Mackie Moose with that op. Actually, they've got a saber now. Josh with the op. Oh no! Just a exemplary display of how to aim from Slaughterhouse there. That was relentless. Mackie Moose with a 3K. Just disgusting.
Wow. That I think Volp's sitting on that shed door completely messed up Banditos because they can't approach it. They can't even place the charge down before they die. So that really forced the hand back into Banditos to have them come up with a secondary plan immediately. And we saw that. We saw that. They were like, okay, let's put the door charge here, grab that sightline onto the green door, but it didn't quite work out.
All right, fresh set of maps here as we go into as we reach the halfway mark. Now we flip
Mhm.
sides. Um what we got here is a circus display.
Circus display indeed. Banditos is now attacking. So, how it works is you basically play the same role you did in the previous set. So, Slaughterhouse is still defending, Banditos are still attacking. Of course, they have all of their utility back, but we're still on these roles. This is Circus Display, the Kill House map. Courtyard, Vents. We're seeing a lot of really finicky, confusing parts of the map. Courtyard, of course, it has the windows into lockers. It also has a red door into office, which looks like a dumbbell. Let's be real. And
It
then
definitely does.
Vent, I'm not sure which side is the enter side and the exit side, but I want to say you enter into Vent and leave through lockers. Maybe vice versa. We don't know. I don't
Fortunately,
think that's
unable
going to be
to.
I don't think that's going to be contested at all. I don't even think it's going to be used just because kitchen is the place to be. We've got the red door and we have reception straight into kitchen. So we're going to see a lot of defenders, a lot of attackers going through there, possibly a lot of barbed wire and Molotovs. I think most of their utility will be used in the southern half of this map just because that's the only side you can enter from.
All right, and here we see. Let's see what Banditos are gonna do here on the attack. Maybe going to reception here. The whole team rolling up on reception. Meanwhile, the Slaughterhouse playing it safe, letting them take reception here. That's a difficult place to defend. Setting up some barbed wire there. Laying into him. Josh taking a few shots at that AK. Flash goes out in the kitchen. Josh under lots of fire. He manages to get away actually. Molly goes out, but it's not really gonna delay them too much. More wall bangs going out, not gonna catch much. Josh at a minuscule amount of health. They've definitely got to watch what they're gonna do. More wall bangs going into kitchen there. That tight little angle of that hallway into that green door makes the wall bangs are very scary. A wall charge being placed. Let's see what happens here. Maybe gonna catch a wall charge goes out. Molly goes out, stopping that push there. Mace hanging back in reception. Meanwhile, maybe waiting for a rotation. JXO waiting with the attack, lays into them. Roadrunner, Omerta, and Death go down. Smith and Mace, the only people left. Mackie going down to a frag, I believe. Getting launched in the Smith. Smith goes down. Mace trying to take out JXO. They do. Mace getting lit up by the rest of Slaughterhouse. I'm surprised Josh did not go down there
How
with
is he
such
still
little health.
alive? He was at 1 HP the entire round.
Just playing it
Wow.
safe on that little barrier back there in club
Mm,
actually really saved their lives.
yeah, the bomb, that is a great barrier to sit behind. The bar, great barrier to sit behind. And JXO was able to sit with that neck just beside the door, ready to let loose. And when he did, it was a lot of damage. And he didn't even take any retaliation from it until the very end.
That's true. Was able to camp that spot pretty effectively and
Hmm.
just lay into Banditos there, taking a lot of damage and ultimately really just cutting that whole push down was from that TAC 11 with just an unreal amount of rate of fire there.
Yeah. So
Oh my.
Defenders win again, and we're on to our next map, Dark Artemis. What a cool name.
That's the second comic book coming out, actually.
Yeah. We have the first one being Caged Mantis, and then
Exactly.
we fully understand ourselves over the Dark Artemis.
Exactly. Dark Artemis being the villain, we finally get a clue into their backstory. Anyway, let's talk about this map.
The first thing I see, boiler. Boiler. Look at this. It's like a catwalk, but around a big generator. And that generator is going to make a lot of noise. It's going to provide a light source. But the downside, it gets you nowhere. I think this room is useless. I don't think we're going to see it at all, except as an entry point from that green door. Other than that, I don't see any defenders sitting there. I don't even think our attackers should be going there. I think they should be going fan. And I know, excuse me, I know there will be defenders sitting here with the mop just waiting to get those sight lines. But I think if they wait and use smokes efficiently, maybe placing a smoke right here or even on shelving, they could really get in and take some damage. This will get them all the way to right here, and that has sightlines here. It gets you everywhere. These shelving units are the place to be. And that's what I hope we're going to see.
Yeah, expect to see some precision strikes here. Mackie Moose bringing out that op again. Gonna see if they can pick off a bunch more of Banditos here as they make their way down to the southern part of this map. Not a whole lot of... There is a red direction of Toxic, but they're not gonna take that. It looks to be a pretty tough push as Wolves can just hang out in that corner. Slow walking it down. Want to disguise where they're gonna go. Smith hanging back in the van there, possibly waiting for a rotation. They blow fan, waiting to see any sort of response here. Got a big sightline from that mop. Oh no! A launch of a grenade takes out Josh from downtown. Was that Smith with a Hail Mary through the window? I believe it was. Omerta taking out Volps with the Black Tar. Death coming in, takes out Executioner with the Saber. They're moving on to the bomb. Let's see. Can we get an attacker win? For once, down goes Mackie Moose. JXO trying to make a last minute play here on Omerta. He gets taken out. Oh, finally, we see an actual display from attack. The defense on both teams has just been absolutely relentless, but finally, we see Banditos making use of the attack.
An attacker win, finally. And, all right. Can I talk about Mackie real quick?
Go ahead.
I don't know what was happening. I guess his mop game was a little bit off tonight. But tonight is whatever it is for you, might be early morning. Smith and Mace both come through that green door, and he was not able to get a hit. I think he might have hit them, might have grazed them, but not the kill. I want to see Mackie do it again. I want to see him give it another shot for that mop, because
absolutely,
I've seen him mop for almost a year now, and he's still one of my favorite people to watch mop. So that's a personal thing. I'm like, come on, Mackie, you can do it.
Interesting thing, the attackers. Well, I think we are switching to a new set. So.
No, we are not.
No, we're not. We're going into C-Store, aren't we? They did not pick up the mop there, actually, from Mackie.
They did have the Saber on them. Maybe there was just not enough bullets on it, or maybe they just forgot about it.
Yeah, Mackie could have only brought what he needed. Well, what he thought he needed.
It also could be one of those things where they decided to go with some better weapons, because I did see them pick up, I think, 2 KRs. So I think they might have opted for the KR rather than the mop at this point.
Okay, let's see what we're gonna do on Rapid Atlas. Wow,
Rapid
what are these names?
These are fire names. I'm gonna be honest. These are really good names. My favorite thus far.
Chat, get in the Discord with your fan art of Caged Mantis, Dark Artemis, and Rapid Atlas. I want to see it.
It's the trio of comic books. We need to see this.
Absolutely.
Okay. Ooh. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know where to start on this map.
Yeah.
Okay, let's look at Tellers. Let's start there. Tellers will get you a really nice sightline onto bomb. So attackers will be needing to watch that. That's going to be important. If they even have one defender there, it's going to be hard to counter. There's only that small hole they can look through. As well as if they do want to double charge, which They cannot. They can only single charge. They could go through Office, and I think Office might be a good. It's an interesting push. You have the storage sightline on the red door, and then you also have bathroom. And bathroom is such a congested guerrilla warfare place to be. The defenders can sit in those stalls and just unload an auto shotgun, unload just a KR clip, knack, whatever it may be. They can just deal some damage to you. If the line work tells me they're going to be going through arcade, using their door charge onto that red door and making their way into storefront. It is currently 4-4 now, and this will be the 5th point. You need 7 to win. Never mind. So you will be making their way into storefront from that direction. I think as well it might be a green door. I'm not sure.
All right, definitely going to be approaching shed here. Going to peek into storage a little bit. Not going to find anybody in there. Slaughterhouse holding down arcade with that auto shot. He's actually got a clacker, so this could be interesting to see here. Oh boy, are we going to see it again? Maybe a little bit of revenge here. Oh, they actually get the charge off. Molly goes out, slowing it down here. I would watch for that push into storage here, especially. That's exactly what they do. They backtrack into storefront, waiting for them to approach again. Trying to take a peek through shed through that red door to pick off anybody. They're slowing it down here. They've got a lot of flashes here. Gonna make it nice and clean. Flash goes out. Omerta making that way in. Down goes Mackie Moose. Down goes Volps. It's another attacking great entrance here. EXE, Josh, and JXO trying to make something happen here. Gets picked off by Roadrunner. Mace with the rotation down on the JXO, and Josh laying into Freezer. Death goes down, Josh goes down, and JXO finally goes down from Mace with a 3K. Very nice attack here.
They were stuck there. They were completely pincered in that freezer room. Wow.
Absolutely. They tried to backtrack and they ran out of room.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I'm not sure who got the door charge off there. I think maybe Volps with that auto shot. He was trying to get a little bit of a cheeky play, maybe get a little bit of revenge, but unfortunately did not work out for their favor. So moving on, switching over, as I call it out correctly this time. We're gonna see what Slaughterhouse can do on attack here.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Banditos trying to make another display of their defense.
I think we just saw some really unfortunate plans. And that may sound harsh, but they did use wall charge into the bomb site. We didn't even see the left side of this map be used at all. So that meaning office and, well, vent as well. So office, vent, lockers not even used. I want to see something happen over there. These 3 rooms give the defenders a lot of cheeky locations to hide in, whether it be in the top left part of office, the bottom left of the top part of office, or in a vent. And if I am correct, the vent does go from lockers into office. That is how that is situated from that order. I did notice they had 2 defenders last round sitting right here, just watching onto this sight line. So I think if vent is used, it will be just a simple reception push into lockers, into vent, into office. It is a lot longer to go that way, so it would just be easier to use that red door charge into office and just slow push it into club. Take their time. I think that's what they need to do here. Take their time.
I think so as well.
If they don't, I don't think they're going to have a as good of a chance as they would if they will take their time. This is a very angle-heavy map. Specifically, we saw JXO sitting right here with that knack onto this cubby area. We could see more like that. We could definitely see more.
All right. Got Banditos holding down the objective here, just waiting to see how Slaughterhouse plans to push in here. Looks going definitely for that office push. Maybe trying to slow play it, definitely. Josh does have a frag grenade, so could be disastrous for Smith and Death in the back there. Gonna place the wall charge. There it goes. Moving in. Flash goes out. Mackie Moose goes down. So does Josh. Or actually, so does Smith and Mackie Moose go down trading. Molly goes out, blocking that push office into bomb. Wall bangs for days. Frag goes out but doesn't catch anybody. Volp's pushing ahead with that shotgun. Very slow play here. They've got plenty of time to slow it down. Moving into that little cubby. More wall bangs, but not gonna find anybody. Death trying to clip a little bit of people. Volps goes down. Josh, very low health again. A one wall bang could be disastrous for them. Making a few actually catches Death with a wall bang. There we go. Roadrunner and Mace holding down, using bomb as cover. Omerta with an auto shotty. This is going to be a rough push here for Slaughterhouse if they can. 2 team members on low health. Molly goes out to slow it down. They've still got time. No reason to rush here. Josh goes down, finally catching him through a wall bang. Mace with 2K so far. Slowing it down. Another Molly goes out. They're going to have to make a play here if they want to hope to defuse that bomb. But going against the 3K, 3 members at on Banditos there, 2 of them with full health, making a push into here. Just an absolute bullet.
Wow.
Bullets fly into them. They go down. Pretty well executed here, defense.
That was all the action was only in office and only in club.
Absolutely.
Every single way into club is such a hard bottleneck. We saw it last time they attacked, and we saw it this time. I think that was just rough. That map, in my honest opinion, is rough.
You heard it here first, folks. Plague thinks it's rough.
I think it's rough.
Tweet at them. That plant was rough.
tweet at Play Doc. That was rough.
Just send some screenshots of that map and label it rough.
I'll send a photo back with me, my hand on the Bible. I'll say it's rough to you.
He's gonna swear on it. All right, moving back on to Dark Artemis here. God, that shelving in that middle area is just huge. Waiting to get picked off through some long range here.
We haven't seen Office, and I want to take a look at Office because what is this? It's so long. It's a long Office. It's Long Fist. Nah, Long Fist. That doesn't quite work. Office, Loffice.
We'll workshop it. We'll
workshop it. They do have these windows right here, and you cannot actually stand right here and look onto the bomb side because the shelving will block your the sight line. But it does allow you to hop down, then go into the bomb. I wonder if one of our defenders will play an Office, just because it does give you that long sight line onto this green door, does give you that long sight line onto this white door, and a little bit of area behind the shelving. I think it might be strong to have at least one defender just sitting there. Maybe they don't even have to bring the mop. It could just be, a Legros or an Igmar.
I agree. It could probably hold down that boiler pretty well with either of those weapons. The mop maybe being a little too slow, given that a big push could be coming from there. I don't think they're expecting the dock play here, so I think that's pretty safe. I'm not sure if they have the charge to do so.
Let's see. They used a red door last round, and this is only the second round.
Okay, so they definitely have charges here for sure.
They do.
Bringing out all the black tars here for the long range. A saber coming out from Mackie Moose, backing his way around the back. Let's see here.
Mace missed it. Didn't even knock any damage on that one.
Wow. Mace holding down with the mop there. Smoke goes out. Very quiet play here. Launch it through those windows, trying to get a flash into whoever might be holding boiler, but they're not going to find anybody there. Death, hold him down with the long range shots there. Shots in the Death, but he doesn't quite get. He does catch a little bit of damage there, actually. Big Smoke goes out. A small little molly. Not sure what that's going to do there. I think maybe it got caught a little early.
Oh!
Mackie takes out Omerta in the back, sneaking his way through the fan. Never heard him coming. That slow walk through there. Mace wasting Volps there. Making a slow push in the boiler, slowing it down. Another shot from Mackie Moose with that saber into Smith, catching him through that little back, that small little doorway in Toxic there. A push into office here. Death catches them. JXO with a vengeance there for Executioner. Making a slow push into office here. Josh locking down the whole bomb site. Mace and Roadrunner gonna have to make a hard push here onto bomb to win it back. Mackey's locking down that sight line though. And Mace goes down to JXO, also taking out Roadrunner. Or actually, Mackey takes out Roadrunner. That's another 3K for Mackey.
Can we say Mackey was on this opposing shelving unit and was able to snipe through the window and
Insane.
grab Roadrunner?
Insane.
Insane shot!
Absolutely insane.
Wow. So they did a successful push through the green, and Mackey was able to get a cheeky slow push onto a Murta, Smith, who was just not ready for it.
Absolutely not ready. That slow walk to disguise their footsteps, very crucial there.
It kills. I've been saying this since Alpha.
Since Alpha, folks.
Control walk is OP. And I think all teams should be using it more. I really do. Because you have a lot of time. You have, 2 minutes to get there and do the deed, whether the deed be wiping out the attackers or defusing the bomb. You have the time to do it.
All right. I think Banditos here looking to seal the deal here. Or Slaughterhouse hoping for a tie.
This is intense. The best Slaughterhouse can do right now is tie it up, just like you said. The best Banditos can do is take the victory. So this last round, it comes down to it all. This is the final round we're gonna see. And wall charge into storefront? Is that the line work I'm seeing? Let's see. Have they used a wall charge?
It's bold.
They have not. And they didn't use the door charge last round, so they have 2 charges. They can use the door charge, and they can use a wall charge.
A dual push into storefront? Is that what I'm seeing?
I think so. And I really do hope they put the wall charge right here and the door charge right here. And my reason behind it is as soon as they get sightline into this freezer, they're gonna need to take down. There's gonna be 1, maybe 2 people in here, as well as the sightline from here that will watch this white door. That will stop the rotation from arcade into storefront. So if they use both charges, I think that's where it should go.
Absolutely. We got Roadrunner holding down freezer. Going to be that dual push there. They have that wall charge placed there. And Mackey's still with the saber. Let's see what happens here. Roadrunner holding down a shotgun with freezer. Probably going to be picked off here from Josh. Moving in, actually. Flash goes out. Volley goes out. They just power on through. Mason Smith trying to take out Mackey, but he's got a large... Mace wastes Executioner, Wolfs, and JXO, and Josh all go down. It's an absolute disaster. Storefront. Oh, they just get picked off relentlessly. Unfortunately, the sightlines, Mackey not taking out anyone. This is going to be... Oh, man. I think Banditos has it here unless Mackey can make some sort of miracle happen.
See, the ball is in the defender court. You might think it's all on Mackey. And it is, but defenders hold such power. They can just not do anything and win.
Unbelievable. It was just...
Oh, no.
Uh-oh. Let's see what happens here.
Oh, no!
Trying to sneak in. Roadrunner takes out Mackey. GG's go out. Banditos with the win, 7-5. And honestly, got a good push here from Slaughterhouse. But Banditos just showing a relentless offense and defense here.
What a beautiful game. I am so happy that this was a game I came back to. I was not casting a lot last season, but I'm glad to be back, and I'm glad it was this one.
Hell yeah, Plague. That was amazing to watch. Just some really cool plays from frags going through windows, long range. The 3Ks from Mackey were just amazing to watch. How many did Mackey get? Did he get 3, 4?
I want to say he got 3.
3.
I gotta say,
3Ks.
3 3Ks. And let me give you a quick update on this ranking. So this brings Slaughterhouse to 3-2 currently. So 3 wins, 2 losses. And that brings Banditos up 4 wins, 0 losses, 1 tie, which, if I'm correct, guarantees them a spot in DPL. Congratulations, Bandito.
I can't wait to see what they do in DPL. I
Me
well
neither.
deserved, honestly. Just
Mhm.
absolutely great plays there from all five of them. That was Smith, Omerta, Mace, Death Runner, Death, and Roadrunner, almost combined to with Death Runner. But yeah, the Slaughterhouse, Mackie, of course,
Mhm.
Executioner, JXO, Josh, and Volps had a very stellar performance there, but Banditos were just relentless.
Relentless. That's I don't know if you can hear it, but I'm clapping. I'm
We
clapping.
hear it. Don't worry, play. We hear it.
That's good because that was just uh, great. It was so good. It was so fun to watch. Wow.
Absolutely. Hype all the way in the chat. We need to see it. What a great way to start this day. We do have more games coming up. I
Mhm.
think, are we going to head to a break here?
I Yes, we will be heading to a break. Not sure how long, but we will be getting the second matchup started here, and I think we will be getting a new action caster in here. Thank you so much, Shoveler, for sticking around because you've been
Absolutely.
awesome. Awesome, awesome.
I was so excited to cast this game. Banditas and Slaughterhouse just put on an amazing performance,
Yeah.
and I can't wait to see what Shark here. He's going to take over for me. I can't wait to see what they see here too. I hope it's another exciting game. Anyway, I've been the Shoveler. I've had a blast here. Hope to see you next time.